welcome. Introduce yourselves, please.
Hello, I'm Ming. I'm the writer and director of Whispers.
Hi, my name is Rose and I'm the ED and producer of Whispers.
And I'm Frisch, and I was the line producer for Whispers.
So, first off, this is an amazing film. I really enjoyed the horror of it. How did you come up with this idea?
Well, I've always really been into thrillers, and specifically like psychological thrillers. So Whispers kind of played with the idea of PTSD, but internally. So it's a unique kind of approach to basically share with audience members a potential like internal mind attack on the character Ruth. So kind of from there, I played with the idea of how much audio like can really affect the way an audience member can like approach visually. So that was a really interesting struggle for us to like try to navigate that.
Right.
By reducing the amount of dialect.
Right. And your short begins with it's a simple hike.
Yeah.
And then it escalates quickly into this psychological terror with this door that everybody goes, don't open the door, and I would have been that kid who opened the door. And so how did you approach the building of the tension in this, from the beginning to the end?
Oh, that's a really good question. Well, one of the things I was doing when I was writing, actually, which is a unique approach, is I wrote the ending first. So I wrote the ending, and then I kind of played with the idea of having the antagonist be more in the forward than the hero Ruth, and I feel like that way it kind of gave this like foreshadowing of, oh, we want to like Amy, and then to get it taken away is kind of another discomfort of friends. How much trust do I have on friends?
Yeah.
And then I took a lot of inspiration from David Paulides, Missing 411. It's like these unique stories of individuals missing from national parks, but not in a normal way, more supernatural. So that's like what Amy talks about, is like, oh, these missing staircases in national forests. So I kind of took that element, mashed it together.
So there really is some missing staircases.
Yeah.
Oh,
In national parks, yeah, there are either missing staircases or like circles of mushrooms that like plays with indigenous stories along with like other people's stories that they like post on Reddit or YouTube. And I was like, oh, this could be an interesting play to help motivate this kind of slip into the mind of like your mind playing tricks on you.
Right. So in this film, does the friend Amy, does she shoots her up with something like to get this psychological? I mean, this psychedelic kind of effect, or?
I mean, that's kind of the question: is it really in her mind, or did Amy like help induce this psychosis? Mm-hmm. I mean, Amy mentions about hypnotherapy, and it's kind of a new style of therapy for some people. There's a broad range of like therapeutic styles. There's art forms, there's talking, and then there is technically like hypnotherapy. I'm not a professional on this, but from my interpretation, it'd be interesting to allow someone to basically allow you to be so relaxed that your mind, your subconscious mind, kind of comes forward and creates this like almost betrayal on yourself. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of where I was like, okay, we're gonna build on this. Obviously, Ruth has some trauma. Amy's trying to be a good friend here, but does Amy have like an alternative motive?
Right. I want to read this question so I make sure I get it right. The woods open up physically and metaphorically. How did you use the natural setting, the sound design, and the pacing to reflect Ruth's internal turmoil?
Well, we scouted a lot of different places.
Yeah, we definitely did. Hey. Just speaking from a producing standpoint, we scouted a bunch of different places. We ended up in Big Bear for that beautiful kind of natural forest. There's something a little intimidating about being deep in the forest, and so to answer your question about kind of how you create tension is kind of the unknown. Again, like Ming said, there are stories of people finding doors, stone circles, all that kind of stuff in national forests, and there's not really a lot known about why or how they got there. So for us, that was a kind of important in terms of finding location that was a little bit more off the beaten path than kind of your, regular soundstage.
Right, and as a producer, keep the mic, because I'm coming.
All right,
I was
got
gonna
it.
come to you next. That was a natural progression. So as a producer, I mean, you're out there, you're scouting locations based on this lovely young lady's vision. How is that? Because we don't hear about that enough in terms of, going out, and you have to read the script and you have to be invested in it as well, equally invested in it, in order to find the right locations. What is that like? Tell us about that.
Yeah, I mean, what a vision. This is lovely Alexa Fish, who's gonna tell us more about
So,
this is our locations guide, basically.
Oh,
so essentially, Ming Fen makes, kind of a deck of exactly kind of what she's looking at and what she's thinking. And from there, the producers will go and look at, a bunch of different areas. Essentially, I was looking like aerially at different locations, and then it's also like, okay, what can we actively get permits for? And so
The reality.
so the reality is, honestly, like how we started was we were like, we should just go one day. We know that Big Bear is the look that we were looking at. We looked at a bunch of different, like the Los Angeles forest and other places, Malibu, and nothing was giving the look that we wanted until we found Big Bear. And so we went up one day, completely scouted, ended up finding one and ended up not going through, and then we had to find an alternative, where the alternative was honestly just this gorgeous kind of untouched forest that we had access to. So that was like our second alternative that we found. So it's like, once it matches up the deck well enough, all of us felt like, okay, yeah, we can work with it, we can put the camera here, it's gonna be safe, we have a base, thinking logistically and everything like that. That's when we're like, okay, this is where we're gonna start.
right.
I
She
like
gets
the
the
scheduling.
She gets the creative stuff. We
Yeah.
take care of the
We'll do
Oh,
logistics.
the
Yeah,
logistics,
we're
right?
like, oh, where's that?
Was there any like guerrilla filming?
There's always an element.
Yeah, right,
There's always-
right.
yeah.
Right.
Let's be real. There's
We're
always
all,
an
we're all
element.
short filmmakers, we understand that type of element. I think the one thing that was really special about, the one thing that was really special about working in the national forest is also my choice creatively was to not bring in lights and to use and chase natural lights. And when I say chase, it was definitely a chase. Rose kept us on schedule, and the wonderful art department lugged this really heavy door that I was like, I love this one. And now I work in the art department too, but I understand like when the demands are there, I'm like, I have to respect every department. So I think with working in nature, it was nice to not bring man-made material into it and just keep it raw. And that, I feel that kind of helped bring the tension, because you can feel the light disappearing. You can see kind of visually like the trees moving, the elements. And we found a dead zone. It could have been a little forest area, but we found one that kind of best represent that metaphor feeling of a supernatural.
Yeah. So talk about working with actors in this.
Oh. Well, the actors were wonderful. Kate, who played Ruth, Monaye, who's up there, who played Amy, and Donovan, who played Jacob. They all kind of never worked together. I think that's what the magical thing about is we're working with actors. They're so professional that you're able to kind of hone in and I take liberty and then I'll give the actors direction, but I ultimately also want to see what elements they want to incorporate into the character themselves. And I think allowing that freedom for the actor to play kind of gives them the reign of being creative themselves.
Right.
Again, filmmaking is so collaborative, and I feel like being on the crew side of it and then the directorial side, I get to see the best and the worst of both sides. Ruth was interesting because I need to pull out such raw emotion and that feeling of almost like vulnerability. I know we definitely felt rushed sometimes because we were chasing natural light, but if anything, it made it more real. And so I just remember this one take we did. I asked Monaye to like drop because I needed her to disappear, but I couldn't do it like naturally, so I was just like drop. And the set deck was like, we have Ferdy pads, she can drop on that.
Mhm.
There was multiple takes on that because the crew and I could not hold our laughter because it was just like, you see the actress and she just drops. And we're supposed to be serious. And I was
She
like,
hit the floor like nobody.
so working with actors is wonderful because they have such passion for their skill set. This is their career.
Yeah.
So being able to see them take a story that could have been more about the abuse side of her
Mhm.
mentality and bring kind of a nuance of like creep to it. And I know that the one time Monaye was like standing and we chose in the editing room to never cut to their faces because it almost gave this like more curiosity, and how still she stayed was also really creepy. So I think playing with that element too, she did that naturally.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not saying she's creepy. I'm an idiot.
And I wanted to talk to you about the editing side
Yeah.
of this. You know, there were times where, like, I love that scene where they're just doing this to her face and it's rapidly vibrating. And
Mhm.
was that in your script?
No. My script, they say this as a director writer, you're gonna write a script, you're gonna film a script, and you're gonna rewrite a script in the editing room. We rewrote that script in the editing room.
Nice.
The very end was a big rewrite. We actually lost a whole character element, which was something that I thought was critical because the panic, that build, that tension of just hearing negativity after negativity, she's losing her mind. We didn't need to see another character bring her down.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So the editor was like, what if I just did this? And he started doing this with his arrow on one of the takes, and I was like, that's cool, can you turn that into effect? He was like, oh, yeah. Actually, let me, in like 2 seconds, he was like, did editors,
Wow.
guys. They're amazing. They're the unsung heroes over there.
Yeah.
And so then I said, well, let's layer it. And then let's layer it. And the more we layered it, the more chaotic it felt. And then the sound designer was amazing. One of the big props to Alexa was she brought me this amazing sound designer who was like, took the work, says I'm gonna make it creepy, brought it to me, and I was like, that's not creepy enough. He's like, oh, we can go creepy.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where this distortion of sound plus editing kind of plays a really key role in the final visual effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. I want to open this up to, are there any questions from you guys in the audience? Yes, sir.
Oh,
What were some of the challenges you had making film production and so on set and the forest, and how did you overcome that?
the biggest challenge, shocking, my lead actress got COVID a week before filming, so we had to replace our lead actress, and that was a huge challenge. Like, very big props to Kate, who took on that role in 2 days. So we were working with that. Another interesting element was a critical stand-in was missing. So we ran into that fun hiccup. But I think one of our favorite things out of this whole entire thing was pivoting. This team, my whole crew, we're so good at pivoting now that when challenges come up, we know what to do.
Yeah.
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 I think I didn't take it that seriously in the sense of like, I didn't want the crew to feel like because of these hiccups, it was a catastrophe. If you can be flexible and you can understand that there's so many different outcomes that could happen, but at the end of the day, I'm doing what other kids want to do. Like,
Yeah.
I'm writing film, I'm in the film industry, I'm directing, and I think having that mindset and having an awesome crew who can pivot really does help keep a cohesive kind of like flow.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, we're gonna make a film, and yeah, I'm proud of you guys. Proud of my little crew and cast over there.
So what's next?
Oh, what's next?
Or let me add on to that question. In terms of, before you go with the what's next,
Yeah.
what is next for this particular film? Are you gonna adapt it into a longer feature?
Well, yeah, so actually Whispers was always written for like a featured treatment, and playing on like this whole entire psychological thriller. But right now we're having fun with the festival circuit. I'm still writing, as you know, writers do. I know we have hopes for, you know, developing it into a feature, and then also to doing other little shorts that, you know, Rose is a writer, Alexa works on a lot of shorts, you know. We're kind of now a Pathy Steel.
Your team, yeah.
We're a team, but yeah, Whispers I'm really proud of. It was a unique experimental piece at the end of the day. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you being here. I appreciate
Thank
you submitting your film and us being able to experience and watch it in real time. I saw it last night on my little teeny weeny 13-inch, and it was even way more, more better? Is that a word? Can I say that? It was even more exciting to watch it on a big screen.
Thank you.
So congratulations.
Thank you.
And much, much, much future success.
Thank
to
you. I
all
really
three of
appreciate
you.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, welcome.